The architecture is, I think, some of the most beautiful in the entire city. It is safe. It is right by the water. It's on a great train line.
It covers a very large area and sometimes very different. To the south is 96th Street, and then you can go all the way up to Harlem in the west. So there are very different types of concerns.
These are the kinds of neighborhoods where, in some ways, you have a real confrontation between those who don't have a lot and those who have serious resources and political clout.
A large portion of Columbia University's main campus, you have lifelong New Yorkers, you have a historically black neighborhood.
Affordable housing, transportation, the availability and need for people to move around freely and easily throughout the district. To the point we need better bus services for our residents. And then we have a large elderly population. A lot of attention has to be paid to what services we offer to our elderly.
You do have gentrification issues. Market rate units tend to jack up the rates for apartments in the rental market and displace working poor people. You also have how you're allocating educational opportunity in the various schools.
Some of the mom and pop shops that were here are no longer here, and they're being replaced by national chains. And these are people who rode out some really bad storms in the 80s and even the 90s, and now they're being pushed out of the neighborhood that they essentially stuck by. To buy for a lot of families is absolutely impossible, and even to rent in this district is becoming even more impossible, largely because of the expansion of Columbia University, and also there are a lot of people from out of New York City and from other boroughs in New York City who see this as a desirable neighborhood.
We'd have to be able to balance folks living in public housing as well as folks living in market rate high-end luxury buildings and still represent both sectors well.
There needs to be some sort of assistance to help some of these businesses, either with financial literacy, some sort of tax relief, to make sure that we don't lose what makes New York City, New York City.
I think it's really having a granular understanding of the people in the district, essentially appeal to a wide array of different constituencies, sometimes with very different needs. And making sure this doesn't come to break down, where one group feels that it's being totally excluded from the political process, is one of the balancing acts that has to go on for the district.